Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's ACSA premiere here on Maximum Football 2020. This is John J. Gaming on the mic. We got a good game for you here. Our second top 25 matchup already this season. And we got a newcomer here as well, the Wentzville Vikings, with their highest ranking here in the ACSA, coming in ranked 22 in the nation, playing against the Seattle Cascades, who come in ranked number 25. Defending champions of the Big Pacific Conference and a college football playoff participant back in season 1. So it should be a good one here. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you have to be brand new already. Let's go ahead and get into this game action, shall we? Alright, man, so with the pleasantries out of the way, let's go ahead and get this game going between the Wentzville Vikings and the Seattle College Cascades. Two surprising teams that are in the top 25 for sure, although Seattle, though, getting an interception on one of the first plays of the game. They get great field position to start. They're going to be rocking and rolling on the 40-yard line. So we'll see how Seattle goes ahead and takes advantage of the field position, as Sunt will drop back. Going to throw quick to the left-hand side. Had an open receiver, but it's going to be incomplete, though. Just a touch overthrown. Got to throw a catchable ball. As now we got another second and down coming here. Sunt this time gonna go ahead and scramble out of the pocket and pick up some good yards. And about a 7-yard gain that is going to go ahead and make this a more manageable situation for the Cascades. As we throw quickly out to the left-hand side again. Heeman gonna make a quick catch. That's going to take them into the 25-yard line as well. Seattle getting themselves a nice drive going as Collins nearly gets it to the end zone. But they're going to actually drop him at about the 2-yard line. As Seattle's going to go ahead and try and punch it in. But they made it a little bit more difficult on themselves, as they are going to go ahead trying to run it in here. Second and goal, and it's incomplete though. Ball on the 7-yard line. As now Sunt is in the shotgun, under center, trying to throw it again over the middle, but it's incomplete. So a 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line. Can the Seattle Cascades punch it in, or will they have to settle for free here? As Sunt is under center once again, getting ready to take the snap, dropping back, throwing over the middle. He finds Meminger in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. And the Cascades, early in this first quarter of play, is going to go ahead and take an early 7-0 lead here. And on top of that, they also force a 3 and out on the Wentzville Vikings, who are making their very first top 25 appearance, but they're not looking so good so far in doing so, as Gums picks up another first down. But a couple plays later, facing 3rd and long, Sunt going to try to pick up the first down. Choosing to do so with the arm, but it's incomplete. Another inaccurate pass, and a promising drive for the Cascades that does end in a punt situation, but the defense is playing really well. They force another 3 and out on Wentzville, so Seattle does have the ball here once again. Throwing it out to Talulu, and he picks up 10 on the catch. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cascades. As now, Sunt going to go ahead and hand it off to Anderson, who does fight forward and pick up the first down here as well. Anderson with a little 5-yard gain that moves the chains for the 25th ranked team in the nation. As Sunt again will drop back. He had facing pressure, and it almost leads to a turnover himself. That's also going to be incomplete. As now we got 3rd and long coming up here. Sunt will drop back, facing some pressure though, and is gonna pick up 6 yards on the gain. But again, Seattle has to go ahead and punt this thing once more. It's a very defensive-minded game here that we got going on here early. We'll see if the Wentzville offense can get something going here, as the last couple of drives that they experienced actually were 3 and outs. We'll see if they can have a little bit more success this time around, as on 3rd and 4, they actually throw it to the outside to Alston, who does break a tackle and almost gets it to midfield here as well. First down for the Vikings. Now we got another 1st and 10 coming up. Millinette going to throw over the middle to Zeno. Zeno going to go ahead and pick up the first down here as well. So now 2nd and 12 coming up. Millinette dropping back, throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete though. third and long coming up here. We got this 3rd and 12. Millenette gonna have to try to pass it. Looks like a 4 wide set, 2 wideouts on each side of the field. As Millenette is now ready to go ahead, take the snap, go throw this thing over the middle and gets it to Hampton. But he can't pick up the yardage needed for the first down, so the Vikings are actually going to go ahead and try this field goal, see if they can get something going here. Get their first points on the board finally. The kick is up, but it's no good though. So they miss out on the kick. It's still going to be a 7-0 game as Seattle is going to try and take over. Less than 30 seconds left in this first quarter of play as Suns tries to send it downfield. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication though. It's going to be another incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 is coming. Sunt will drop back once more as he drops back. Going to the outside with it. Going to go ahead and slide down. Pick up some good yards once again as that's going to wrap up the first quarter of play. Been a pretty ugly one so far. Hopefully we see some more scoring though going forward between these two squads. So here we go, starting of the second quarter right here, as Sunt is directing his guys a little bit before this 3rd and 2 play. As Sunt will drop back again, has a clean pocket to work with. Going to go ahead and get the first down though. There was no spy on that quarterback and a man that used the mobility to pick up the first down and trying to go ahead and get this drive going once more. As Sunt again will throw over the middle, but it's incomplete once again. 2nd and 10 now coming up. As now, Sunt dropping back, throwing over the middle, and finds Gums. Able to pick up the first down here as well. Seattle once again in Wentzville territory as they look to extend this lead, trying to make it a 2-score game. As Anderson's going to help the cause out as well. He picks up a first down on the ground. That was a gain of 14 on that rush. As they'll continue to utilize the running game, but then Anderson puts the ball on the ground, and the Vikings are going to go ahead and be able to pick it up here for the first down. As now the Vikings take back over once again. It's still a 7-0 game, but this offense has to put something up on the board. You know, the point of you win the game by scoring more points than the other team, man. And obviously, neither of those teams are really doing a real good job of that because not a lot of points being scored. As Millenette going to continue to fight forward. Finally marked down at looks like about the 29-yard line. As Millenette dropping back, gets it out to Silo, out on the right-hand side, and does end up picking up the first down here as well. As again, we got 1st and 10. Going to go ahead and use Alston right up the right-hand side, and it's a gain of 7 there in the process. We got a 2nd and 3 now coming up. Millenette going out to Austin. Going to try to pick up some yards on the ground and gets to the outside. So that's really nice to see. So the Wentzville Vikings are now well across midfield and taking a shot as well as he finds Pakula down the center of the field. Seattle was in that cover too, and it left the middle of the field just open enough. So Wentzville seriously threatening as Jernigan makes the catch on the sideline. If he would have stayed in bounds, he would have been able to go ahead and make a catch as well. As Alston fighting forward, gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings! And Wentzville is finally going to get rid of the goose egg that was on the board here. It's going to be a 7-all game here with 4:30 left here in the second quarter of play. As the Seattle Cascades will be looking to go ahead and respond here. Still a 5-point game though, as we now shoot over to a 3rd and 5 as Kristen Sunt is in the shotgun, ready to go ahead and take this snap. As Sunt actually going to hand it off to Anderson, finds some running room. Some tight, it was a tight battle on that line of scrimmage, but it looks like the Cascades picking up the first down. His next play, Sunt will drop back once more, facing some pressure. A gang of Vikings ganging up on him, bringing him down to the turf for a 4-yard loss. One of the first sacks that the Vikings have forced here today. And we saw now a 3rd and long as well, after that incompletion on top of it. Is now 3rd and 14 coming up here. Sunt redirecting the guys a little bit, trying to call some audibles real fast. Is now 3rd and 14, dropping back, looking around, gonna get out of the pocket a little bit though, and it's a worthy attempt by Christian Sun to pick up the first down, but it just doesn't work out for him. That's how it goes, man, going into the halftime. It's still a tight game, only tied up at 7 apiece so far. So here we go, man. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Vikings to go ahead and get this second half underway. We'll see if we get a little bit more offensive action here in the third quarter of play, as Millenette will drop back and get it out to Hampson for a 6-yard gain. As now we got 2nd and 4 coming up here. As now Milquette gonna go ahead and get to Alston on the right-hand side, cuts it back upfield. It's a nice gain for the tailback, who gets it out to about the 43-yard line. We'll see if the drive will stall here, though. Now facing 3rd and long, as it looks like it's going to be, no, it's going to be a run play. Alston getting to the outside as well. The defense of Seattle getting bamboozled there on that play. And it's going to be another first down as well, as the Vikings will be able to keep this going for right now, as it's nearly intercepted. The secondary reading that quarterback like a book. But you got to be great there. You got to make that catch. He certainly did not have all states, because he did not have good hands there. And now it's going to be another 3rd and long for the Vikings. They have a chance to try to get back on the board here still. Millenette could try to run for it, but runs right into the defensive tackle. Quarterback ends up being sacked. And so got to go ahead and punt this thing away. But it's a really good punt, though, and Seattle, has them, really pinned deep in their own territory. So definitely a trouble spot here. Got to make sure you don't take a sack, and they almost get home to the quarterback. Very close for the Vikings to go ahead and take 2 points there. But that's not how the cookie crumbles. And because of that gain, at least for right now, the Cascades get out of trouble, as Taululu's catch already gets them to the 40-yard line. Only a couple plays to do it, too. As Sunt will go ahead, running up the middle now, and slide forward for a 10-yard gain on that one. That's going to go ahead and get them to midfield, as Sunt will again drop back. This time, throw into the left-hand side. He had an open receiver, too, but it was an inaccurate throw, sadly. So an incomplete pass. It's now 2nd and 10, but it's going to be 2nd and 15 because of the illegal procedure. So that could really ruin the momentum of this drive, as it ends up being a 3rd and long. And turns out that penalty does kill them a little bit. And so Seattle got to play it right back once again. Still a 7-all game here, as we are looking to see who is going to go ahead. Blink first, man. Defenses for both squads playing well, but offense gotta take advantage too, man. Gotta do something, for this defense. You have to put something on the board here, as the Vikings will go ahead and pick up a first down there on that run. It's 2 plays later now, 2nd and 9. Millenette dropping back on a throw to the left-hand side. He had his receiver, but the receiver decided to stop running his route for whatever reason. So what should have been an easy completion now becomes 3rd and 9, so we'll see how they handle this, as Millenette's actually just going to try to run it up the gut, but of course there was nothing there to be had. And so the Vikings had to punt it away, but the Seattle Cascades, they do end up going 3 and out here once again. It is still a 7-all game, as Millenette will drop back. He's looking around, tries to throw it over the middle of the field, but it looks like that pass was dropped. He did have an open receiver ready to go, but just couldn't make the catch once again. And this turned into a very sloppy game so far, as Millenette gonna go ahead and slide down for a gain of 7 yards as well. Millenette rocking and rolling. Now we got another 3rd and long coming up here. Millenette moving some guys around a little bit to make sure things are good to go. It's now 3rd and 3. Millenette dodging the pressure, gets it out to Hampson. He's downfield, and he's brought down at about the 40-yard line. First down for the Vikings. As a couple plays later now, got a 2nd and 8 going to Alston here once again. Got some good running room as well. That's going to lead to a manageable 3rd down. We'll see how the Vikings will go ahead and handle this thing here. Now got 3rd and 3. Gonna go ahead and get rocking and rolling here as Millenette will drop back once again. Throw to the right-hand side. He had a wide open receiver. Butt naked open, as Perrin Crow would say as well. So the Vikings, they had to go ahead and settle for a field goal as well. But for the very first time today, the Vikings have the lead, you know, holding on in this first ever top 25 matchup for the Wentzville Vikings. As a top 25 squad, of course, the Big Southwest Conference is a very solid conference, but they're gonna lose the lead as quickly as they got it. The Cascades taking it down the field for a touchdown on the very next kick return. So the Seattle Cascades, they go ahead and take the lead, but looks like they're gonna try to go for 2 here. As Sunt will drop back. We're going to throw down the left-hand side, but nobody was home, though. But still, Seattle Cascades, they will go ahead and take a 13-10 lead. As the Vikings did not return it back, but they got a big throw downfield. Bakua, what a play. And now we're seeing some explosive offenses here as we get into the final quarter. Get your 4s up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we might have a photo finish in this ACSA game of the week. So let's go, man. 4th quarter starting to get underway as we try to throw over the middle to Williams, who ends up picking up a really nice 1st down here as well. So that's going to bring them just about into the red zone. As we got a fresh set of downs for the Vikings as Millenette will drop back again. Get to Jerkin, who fights forward to about the 3-yard line as well. So Vikings in a very good spot as Milligan going to go ahead and try to throw it into the end zone. What? That was a very risky throw, but able to squeeze it up in there. Silo getting the touchdown. And now the Vikings have a 3-point lead, but they're going to try to go for 2 as well, and they're going to be denied. So the conversion is no good, and the Cascades, you know, it's only a 3-point lead, but will the Seattle offense show up? The next drive they didn't. They actually went 3 and out. So the Vikings, they now have a really golden opportunity right now to go ahead and try to make this a 2-score game. That would be huge for them here in this 4th quarter. As they throw out to the left-hand side, it's incomplete though. It's now 2nd and 20 coming up after the penalty. As Millenette will have to drop back. Seattle only rushing 2. Still getting through though very quickly. You hate to see it. You know, very big L for the Wentzville offensive line. And they has a scramble for a gain of 5, but still, 3rd and long coming up here. Big play for both teams here. You do not want to give up this 1st down. That would be very deflating as they go over the middle. Gets it to Jernigan, and look what happens. They give up the 1st down on a 3rd and 15. And so the Vikings, they can melt a little bit more time off this clock if they choose to. But facing 3rd and 11, they're likely going to have to pass it again, and this time it's incomplete. So Seattle will get the ball back here with 6 minutes left to go. As Seattle is looking to engineer a drive to go ahead, either tie this game up or take the lead here. As Sunt will drop back, going to throw over the middle. Has Harper over the middle of the field and nearly gets to the 50-yard line as well. So Seattle is already only a couple of 1st downs away as Sunt is his. He's thrown. That was very close to being a sack. That would have been very good for the Vikings. And now 2nd and 10. Sunt gonna try to throw this thing deep. Has a man, but overthrew him and nearly got intercepted in the process as well. So the Seattle Couch Cascades, they got to go ahead and run it back here. 3rd and long coming as Sunt dropping back. Going to try to throw it quickly to the right-hand side, but it's intercepted. Not a good decision whatsoever. And the Vikings, they have the football once again. They will also have an opportunity to go ahead and try to run some clock out. There's Millenette throwing over the middle, but that's incomplete though. Still a lot of football left to play here. And we got another 2nd and 10 coming up here. Millenette dropping back on a throw over the middle. Gets the Pacula. He fumbles the football though, and is going to be recovered by the Cascades. And so it sets up an opportunity for Seattle to go ahead and try and win this game here
but we got to move quickly. 15 seconds left. Sunt dropping back. He's sacked, and now this game's going to end. The Wentzville Vikings are going to win against the 25th ranked Seattle College Cascades. What a game that we experienced towards the end. And that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. We are moving over to Twitch for the ACSA, link down in the description. I hope to see you guys there. Take care.